Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fan of ShowMeFootball.com and ArrowheadAddict.com, and I wanted to do a little bit of a solo preview for this Kansas City Chiefs versus Los Angeles Rams game. So at first, I was really busy, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna skip doing a preview for this week, especially since I don't know too much about the Rams starting quarterback, and I'm not going to pretend to know much about him. And I think we all assume the Chiefs are going to win that game. They're favored by more than any team has been favored in a game this season against the Los Angeles Rams. So, it would be a disaster if they lost. So I was thinking about skipping doing a preview, and I didn't have anyone to come on with me. But then I thought, you know what? This Rams game means a lot to me. Why does this game mean a lot to me? Well, for those of you that didn't already know, I'm from St. Louis. I was based in St. Louis until I enlisted in the Air Force, and right now I'm in Texas. So that's where I'm making this video, but I'm from St. Louis, grew up there my entire life. I was close to the Rams Stadium when they were here in St. Louis. I lived about a little less than an hour away. And I went to a couple of Rams games growing up. Not as a Rams fan, though, of course. I've always been a Chiefs fan, but I did like to cheer for the Rams when they did well. I like to see them do well. I also thought the St. Louis versus Kansas City rivalry was a great thing for the NFL. I liked having the Rams in St. Louis. Yeah, the Edward Jones Dome was a shitty stadium. Yeah, the team wasn't very good for a long time. But there's a reason for that. And his name is Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Los Angeles Rams. He absolutely effed over the city of St. Louis after becoming the owner of the, now Los Angeles Rams. He took over ownership when they were still in St. Louis. And it's really odd, honestly, because Stan Kroenke grew up in the state of Missouri. He went to the University of Missouri. He was from St. Louis. He was named after Cardinals players Stan Musial and Enos Slaughter, and he just totally effed over his hometown. I don't want to spend this entire video getting into the thick of what exactly Stan Kroenke did to the city of St. Louis. I actually did an entire video on it if you guys are interested and want to see it. It's actually one of the most successful videos I've ever done on YouTube, and it was going over the St. Louis versus the NFL lawsuit. It happened last year, or it finally got settled last year, and the NFL and Stan Kroenke ended up paying St. Louis $750 million to settle because the city of St. Louis was suing Stan Kroenke and the NFL because of breaking relocation guidelines that the NFL had set for itself. The Rams, they broke basically every single guideline and gave a big middle finger to St. Louis. Basically, a short version of what happened. The St. Louis Rams were coming up on the end of their lease with the Edward Jones Dome, and the Rams ended up filing for relocation, or they ended up applying for relocation, and the entire time, the NFL and Stan Kroenke and the Rams organization were saying to the city of St. Louis, hey, if you come up with a good plan to keep us and give us a bunch of public funding and all this stuff, you'll have a very good chance of keeping the team. You will keep the team. And St. Louis did all that. They spent millions of dollars trying to keep the team, only for the Rams to still F them over at the 11th hour and leave for Los Angeles. And the entire time the Rams denied, their COO, Kevin Demoff, he actually said several times that the team had no plans to leave for Los Angeles, even though that's exactly what they did. And they just broke a ton of rules along the way and just lied over and over again. And that's why St. Louis ended up getting a bunch of money from that lawsuit. But yeah, if you want to learn about it, just go watch the other video that I created. I'll leave a link for it in the description. Well, and one more thing I'll add to that before moving on, but a lot of people blame the city of St. Louis for the Rams leaving. I don't know how you could. The Rams had the worst 5-year stretch of any team in NFL history. The team so clearly, obviously tanked, so no one would show up to games, and they did not make any upgrades to the stadium or anything like that while they were there. St. Louis even offered a plan to upgrade the Edward Jones Dome, and the Rams shot it down, and the whole thing was just a mess. And clearly the owner did not care for the city of St. Louis. He wanted to go to Los Angeles. It was all about the money, and it's unfortunate. It sucks. And the city of St. Louis, they put in a lot of resources to keep the team. and a lot of people lost their jobs in the end. So, yeah, I fucking hate the Rams. I get fired up every time the Chiefs play them now. And obviously, the last time they played them was in 2018 in Los Angeles during the regular season. And that was the first time the Chiefs had played the Rams since they moved to Los Angeles. And I so badly wanted to win that game, man. You have no idea. Like, that was my Super Bowl that year. I needed the Chiefs to beat the Rams, and a lot of people know it now as one of the best regular season games of all time. Both teams eclipsed like 50 points in the game. It was crazy. It was just so back and forth, and eventually the Rams scored just a little bit more than the Chiefs, and the Chiefs didn't have enough. There wasn't enough time left in the game, and they ended up losing that one. And it was one of Mahomes' best games in his young career, even despite the turnovers that he had in that game. I mean, just a terrific offensive display, getting everyone involved. Kelsey, Hill, that was Kareem Hunt's last game as a Chief. And now I just got all Chiefs fans sad all over again. I probably screamed more than I've ever screamed during a Chiefs game during that game. And to make matters worse, the game was ended by Marcus Peters, the former Chief, picking off Patrick Mahomes. I was so upset after that game. There's a lot of results from Chiefs games that have made me upset over the years. I mean, you name it. The AFC Championship game last year, the 2018 AFC Championship game, 2016 playoffs versus the Steelers, but that 2018 regular season game versus the Rams is way up there. I wanted to beat Stan Kroenke's team so badly. And the fact that that same Rams team made it to the Super Bowl later that year and we didn't because of that stupid 2018 AFC Championship game versus the Patriots, that pisses me off because we would have so gotten revenge on the Rams in that Super Bowl. We would have won that game, and that would have made it feel so much better, but no. I just hated seeing what Stan Kroenke and the Rams did to the city of St. Louis. And look, yeah, I wasn't a Rams fan, but when my favorite NFL team came to town, I could go drive half an hour to see them. You know, I could go to Rams games whenever I wanted, and I couldn't do that anymore. I had to drive 4.5 hours to Kansas City or go to Indianapolis or Chicago to watch an NFL game. And also, Stan Kroenke is just a shit human being and someone that is easy to root against. So yeah, this one's a little bit personal for me. I want the Chiefs to beat the absolute snot out of the Rams on Sunday, and I think they will. The Rams starting quarterback for this game, since Matthew Stafford is hurt, is Bryce Perkins. He's thrown like 10 career passes. Like, I can't even pretend to know anything about him. But look, things don't look good for the Rams. Their offensive line has been terrible this year. Matthew Stafford hasn't even looked very good this year. And now you're throwing in Bryce Perkins, this kid that's never played before, a rookie. And it's not a good matchup. Now, we know that the Chiefs played the Titans and Malik Willis, and everyone thought that was going to be a blowout, including myself. Like, you know, I thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Titans handily, and Malik Willis wasn't going to be too difficult to handle. But we do know that Tennessee has that feared running game of Derrick Henry. Well, the Rams don't have a running game like that. In fact, they've been actively looking for running backs on the open market. They just released Darrell Henderson. Cam Akers doesn't even want to play for them anymore. The Rams' offense just sucks this year. They're terrible. And now Matthew Stafford isn't even playing on Sunday. This should be a game where the Chiefs' defense has an absolute field day. The pass rush should absolutely be getting after it. Chris Jones should be continuing his Defensive Player of the Year campaign this Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams. The Chiefs have nothing to worry about. And as far as the Chiefs on offense, the Rams' defense is nothing special. They're ranked 17th in the league in points per game allowed. The Chiefs' offense continues to be one of the top units in the league. Mahomes is playing at an MVP level. He's on pace for the most pass yards in NFL history in a season. He's on pace for 50 touchdowns again this year. I just don't see how you could pick against the Chiefs in this game. I mean, this would be one of the worst losses of the Patrick Mahomes era if the Chiefs do not win this game. You even got Juju Smith-Schuster coming back for this game. Sky Moore's coming off a 100-yard game. He looks like he's finally starting to contribute. You got MVS, Kelsey. He just killed the Chargers last game. And the only player I'm truly worried about on the Rams defense is, of course, Aaron Donald. And Joe Tooney, he practiced on Thursday, so he's going to be playing in this game. He had an ankle injury. He was on the injury report for an ankle injury, but he's going to be playing in this game. And assuming he's good to go, he's been historically a really good matchup against Aaron Donald. This Chiefs interior offensive line is one that I trust against Aaron Donald. So, I'm just confident in the Chiefs in this one. Now, am I picking the Chiefs to blow the Rams out? Do I want the Chiefs to blow... Now, am I picking the Chiefs to blow out the Rams? Do I want the Chiefs to blow out the Rams? Absolutely. But would I be surprised if it was an unnecessarily stressful game? No. But there's no scenario in which the Chiefs are losing this game. Or there can't be. Okay? The Chiefs have to win this game. So, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a close game, but I think the Chiefs should and are going to beat the absolute snot out of the Los Angeles Rams. I'm also glad that this one's going to be in Arrowhead because we had to go to Los Angeles last time we played the Rams, and 2 straight games at SoFi Stadium would have been disgusting. I would have hated that. So, yeah, Rams coming to our house, and that stupid whose house, Rams house shit, yeah, screw that. The Chiefs are going to blow them out. The Rams are 3-7. Their 3 wins are against the Falcons. Falcons suck. The Cardinals suck, and the Cardinals beat them the second time, and the Carolina Panthers, who fired their head coach. This team is not good, and I'm happy that they're not good. I love seeing the Rams suck, and it absolutely pissed me off to see them win the Super Bowl last year. And again, the Chiefs should have beat the Bengals. They should have went to the Super Bowl, and if they did, they would have absolutely beat the Rams. And seeing Stan Kroenke being able to lift the Lombardi Trophy, that just made me want to puke, dude. And, it sucks because I know the Rams had a lot of likable players on their team, and people were happy to see them win the championship. But, no, I couldn't agree with that. Even though those players probably deserved to win the championship, I just didn't care because of the fact that Stan Kroenke was their owner, and he's a horrible person. And fun fact, he made a person commit suicide, and they left Stan Kroenke's name in the suicide note. Seriously, you guys should know about this stuff, and I made a video about it. Please go watch it. That said, I look forward to talking about this win tomorrow after the game is over. I got the Chiefs winning 34-13. I got Mahomes tossing another 4 touchdowns tomorrow and going for over 300 yards passing against the Rams. And, tomorrow's going to be a good day. It really is going to be a good day, and I'm going to have the best time talking about it tomorrow. That's all I got for this preview, though, guys. But I want to hear in the comments from you what your expectations are for this game, and I would love to hear your score predictions. But thanks for joining me in this one, and catch the post game tomorrow after the game is all wrapped up. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. But that's all I got. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. And check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. Go Chiefs.